Hello, and welcome to PEP's annual membership meeting and awards program. I'm Jennifer Denson, PEP's Executive Director, and I certainly did not expect to celebrate PEP's 20th anniversary during a pandemic. Yes, this year marks 20 years since PEP was formed. In early 2000, a small group of plant managers and local business owners gathered downtown at the historic Malaga Inn to establish an entity that could be a voice for the balance between progress and protecting the environment. These leaders believe that it is not a choice between economic growth and a clean and healthy environment. In fact, they knew that environmental stewardship by business and industry is paramount to a healthy environment and a successful community. They established PEP's core principles that still guide us today. Science and facts are the basis of sound decision-making when assessing environmental impact. Clean air and water are critical to an economically sound community, and business, government, and citizens must work together to solve problems. PEP members know that economic progress can and should exist in balance with sound stewardship of the unique natural resources that make the Alabama Gulf Coast a desirable place to live, work, and raise a family. Most of these initial member companies are still members today and have been joined by more than 200 other companies, altogether employing 22,000 local individuals. Don't worry, I won't rehash our history, but I do encourage you to take a few minutes to check out the new PEP milestones pages on the website. It outlines 20 years of PEP policies, programs, and projects that we initiated or support. Now we're focused on the future, and we are partnering with even more companies and organizations to achieve new goals. So today, we'll conduct a little bit of PEP member business and then spend most of our time recognizing our outstanding PEP member award winners. But first, let me thank a few folks. The Alabama State Port Authority is our award sponsor. You helped us put together, with your support, a fantastic awards video that's going to be coming up a little bit later. Hargrove Engineers and Constructors are our technical sponsor and our technical support. We are live from their basement right now, and we appreciate their help in making this a smooth event. And thank you to Alabama Power for their event sponsorship, for your continual support of PEP, and kudos to your team for quickly turning the lights and the AC back on for more than 120,000 households in just a few days. Personal thank you to Proxy PR and Sabrina Alexander, our public relations firm that has produced the video and many of the projects we're working on right now. And a very personal, grateful thank you to Renee Kennemer with Thompson Engineering, who used her journalistic expertise and wisdom on our video project. It just would not be the product it is today without you. So now, to officially get our meeting started, I'd like to introduce you to PEP's new President of the Board of Directors, Spencer Wiggins.
Thank you, and welcome to our 20th annual membership meeting. I call the meeting to order. Based on the online attendance, we have a quorum. It is certainly my pleasure to be the new president of the Board of Directors. Hancock Whitney has been a member of PEP since 2010. I would like to introduce you to the rest of PEP's new officers and to our entire Board of Directors.
Hi, my name is David Scheid. I work for Outokumpu Stainless. We've been a PEP member since 2009. I currently serve as the Vice President on the Executive Committee of PEP.
Hi, I'm Helen Bush and I work for Evonik, and we've been a member of PEP since 2001, and I'm looking forward to being the Secretary-Treasurer on the PEP board.
Hi, my name is Monica Garcet with Spire. Spire has been a member of PEP since 2001, and currently I serve in the role of past president.
I'm David Rogers with Airbus, and we've been a proud member of PEP since 2017.
I'm Beth Thomas with Alabama Power. We've been a PEP member since 2000. I'm honored to be a past president of the organization, and I'm excited to continue my service on the board.
Hello, my name's Steve Stewart. I'm with AM&S Calvert. I'm happy to be serving as a board member. Our facility's also been a member of PEP since 2010.
I'm Mike Wilson. I work for BASF in McIntosh, Alabama. Our company has been a member of PEP since it was founded in the year 2000, and it's been my honor and privilege to serve as a board member for PEP for the past 3 years.
Hi, I'm Bill Daniels. I'm a partner with the law firm of Burr & Foreman. We've been proud to be members of the Partners for Environmental Progress since 2012. I'm privileged to serve as its general counsel.
I am Avalicia Fisher, president of Driven Engineering, Inc. Driven Engineering, Inc. has been a proud PEP member since 2007.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Gustin with Dunn Building Company, and I have been affiliated with the PEP board since 2013. Have really enjoyed all of the opportunities to serve on committees and serve as a president as well. PEP is a great organization and does a lot for our industries, does a lot for our community, and certainly does a lot for the individual members of the companies that are affiliated with PEP. And so we just appreciate the 20th anniversary of PEP this year and are glad that you can be a part of it.
Hello, I'm Neil Johnston Sr. I'm a member of the law firm Hand, Arundel, Harrison Sale, and we have been a proud member of PEP since 2001.
I am Alan Simpson with Hargrove Engineers and Constructors. Hargrove's been a proud member of PEP since 2001.
I'm Tom Damson with Long Human Resource Services. Our firm has been a member of PEP since 2000. I joined the board in about 2003 and was fortunate to serve as president for 2 years.
Hello, my name is Michael Gene Rader, Health Safety Environmental Manager for Mitsubishi Polysilicon. Mitsubishi has been a proud sponsor of PEP for the last 20 years, and we look forward to a continued sponsorship for the next 20.
Hello, my name is Chris Mayfield with the Mobile Chamber of Commerce. We've been a member of PEP since 2000.
I am Tom Bramlett with OEC Workplace Solutions. OEC has been a member of PEP since the year 2000, and I am proud to say that I served as PEP's first president from 2000 to 2002.
I'm Hayden Olds with Olds Filtration, and we've been a PEP member since the year 2000.
My name is Clay Turner. I'm with Ranger Environmental Services, and we've been a proud member since 2013.
Hi, I'm Lewis Copeland with Southern Earth Sciences. We've been members of PEP since 2001.
Hi, I'm Richie Hurt with Thompson Engineering and Watermark Design Group. I've been on the board since for about 3 years. Been a member of PEP since 2001, and was actually there when it started in 2000 with the Chamber of Commerce.
Several weeks ago, per PEP's bylaws, the membership was notified of the Board of Directors 2020 election slate. As we did not receive any nominations from the membership at large, these members are certified as elected. They are all returning members to the board. We appreciate their continued service. I would like to take a moment to honor Monica Garcid with Spire Energy for her distinguished service as president of PEP Board of Directors from 2019 to 2020. Monica has been a member of the board since 2015 and has served as president for the last 18 months. Due to personal and professional commitments, she had to end her term early and is now serving as the immediate past president. During her tenure, Monica led a thorough review and update of all of PEP's policies and procedures. Leading the governance committee, Monica updated our bylaws, established board officer job descriptions, reviewed board expectations, and spearheaded the process to establish a 501c3 foundation, the PEP Gulf Coast Environmental Stewardship Fund, that will raise money to support PEP's mission and activities. Monica has a delicate hand in bringing consensus to a diverse group and guiding groups in making tough decisions. She is passionate about the potential of the Alabama Gulf Coast and the need to conserve and restore the environment. She has been an asset to the PEP board, and we want to appreciate her expertise, servant leadership, grace, and goodwill.
I learned so much from each PEP president, all of whom have their own management styles and areas of interest. Monica, I know you're watching today, and you have been no exception. It has truly been my pleasure to work so closely with you. So before we move to the awards program, I'd like to briefly update you on two PEP initiatives. First, PEP Science and Technology Scholarship. The board established this scholarship 2 years ago. It's reserved for our member companies' employees or their dependents who are currently enrolled in college or graduate study. PEP is investing in educational opportunities in engineering, natural resource management, and environmental sciences to encourage innovation improvements in environmental management best practices. We are expanding the criteria of eligibility to additional fields of study this year, and the application process will open on December 1st through March 2021. Please help us get the word out about this opportunity for your employees and families, and consider participating in our second annual Continental Pheasant Hunt on November 12th. All net profit from the event is invested directly into our scholarship fund at the Community Foundation of South Alabama. So I learned something a while back. 53% of the litter on roadsides is from vehicles. Not really surprising. We all see people throw stuff out of their car windows, cigarette butts, fast food wrappers. But what did surprise me is that a poll in Texas found that 30% of truck drivers have seen trash blow out of the back of their pickup truck. Perhaps they thought they were doing the right thing, not throwing it on the ground and sticking it in the bed. Problem is, trash blows. Truck drivers need to stow it. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. But that doesn't seem to be happening when it comes to roadside litter. Littering from many sources is a massive problem in our area. And PEP is part of several teams of organizations working to reduce the amount of litter going into our creeks, rivers, and bay. A new project that we are really excited to be a part of is led by the local group Dog River Clearwater Revival. Funded by an EPA grant, the grant partners are working to collect, track, source, and prevent litter in Dog River. From our website, you can link to more information about the partners and the specific projects, including NEP's truck bed trash can design competition. PEP's part of the grant is to engage business, particularly those in the Dog River watershed, to remind pickup truck drivers to be aware of their trash and to change behavior. Changing behavior is a big task. It's a small grant. We're working on a pilot project. And we're asking all PEP member companies and a few specific truck-related businesses in the watershed to join our effort. Some of you have a company fleet of pickup trucks, and others have a lot of employees who drive pickup trucks to work every day. Perfect target audience. So help us educate your employees about reducing litter. We've prepared a variety of talking points, a brief employee survey, printed and digital materials for you to share with your employees to remind them to be aware of what you put in your truck bed and make sure it's secure and won't blow out to become litter. And if your company does have that fleet of pickup trucks that are used on the job, please make sure you've provided a way for your drivers to dispose of their trash or to secure their trash. Maybe somebody in your company can design a truck bed trash can. So place more trash cans in your parking lots, posters in the break room, newsletter articles. There's lots of small ways to help take action. So we'll reach out with more information to each of you and a request that you sign the pledge. We will provide you the message and the materials that we're using on websites, billboards, social media, our digital and printed materials, all for you to share with your employees. I hope that all our member companies will get involved, and all of you who have a pickup truck in the family, take the individual pledge to be a warrior against litter, not a contributor. So now for the best part of our annual meeting, our awards.
For 15 years, the PEP Board of Directors has presented the PEP Environmental Stewardship Awards to recognize PEP members whose work has made a significant and positive contribution to the Gulf Coast region in three crucial areas: economic growth, environmental health, and social responsibility. This year, we asked the winners to tell you personally about their award-winning projects. Here are the PEP 2020 Environmental Stewardship Award winners.
Each year, the PEP Board of Directors presents Environmental Stewardship Awards to member companies whose work has made a significant contribution to Gulf Coast's triple bottom line: the environment, the economy, and the community. The awards celebrate the inventive and unique approaches our members take to solve environmental problems and enhance the sustainability and resiliency of our coastlines. Our first award goes to Ocker Solutions. Ocker creates the products, systems, and services required to unlock the world's energy needs. Ocker Solutions' Mobile site overhauled their environmental policy to significantly reduce the company's carbon footprint and environmental impact.
In our Mobile facility plant since 2003, our employees manufacture subsea cables called umbilicals. These cables are used to bring all the energy from the bottom of the ocean to the top of the platforms onshore. Aker Solutions has an initiative worldwide to reduce our carbon footprint. We also we utilize electric golf carts in our facility instead of gas powered to help eliminate the use of diesel and gasoline. So we save over 600 gallons a month just in diesel and gasoline alone, which has a big impact on CO2 emissions. We also reduce the amount of wastewater we put into the Mobile area water sewer system by over 10 million gallons a year by redoing our air handling unit that was water cooled to air cooled. One of our big initiative that we're very proud of is our recycling effort. So as you know, in the South, it's very hard to find companies that recycle office waste. We do a good job of recycling our metal and our PVC and our copper, but when it comes to wood, dunnage, pallets, and office waste, it's almost impossible to find somebody. So we located a sponsor here in the South that will take the office waste. We also recycle wood and cardboard, and that's used to fuel burners. So some of our scrap goes to the Alabama Industrial Development Training here. We have a good relationship with. Some of our scrap power cables we donated to the oyster farmers in Milo Battery. The environmental impact from what we've done in Mobile was a reduction of CO2 emissions by over 600 tons a month, which is a pretty significant impact from our 2018 numbers. The savings of 600 tons equates to quite a contributable environmental impact. When you look at those type of numbers for the year, it would take over 310,000 trees to absorb what we save per year at Aker Solutions. And again, I think the 10 million gallons per year savings of wastewater into the Mobile water treatment system is a big impact as well.
Our second award goes to Alabama Power, a subsidiary of Southern Company, one of the nation's largest producers of energy. Their wood duck habitat project is a partnership between the Berry Environmental Stewardship Team and the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources.
The Department of Conservation and Natural Resources reached out to our BEST team, the Environmental Stewardship Team at Plant Berry, and let us know that the wood ducks habitat there's not as much of a habitat for the ducks as they would like to have, and that there is a solution by making some wood boxes and delivering them into the area for the ducks to use for their nesting. The conservation team actually worked with us to let us know where the boxes would be best suited to be placed, and so we were able to place them in the appropriate location with their help. And it's an ongoing program where we'll continue upkeep and maintenance of the boxes. The project is actually with our BEST team for the Berry Environmental Stewardship Team, and it's comprised of employees not only from Berry, but from our Washington County and Theodore cogeneration plants as well. And it's strictly volunteer, and I think it just really shows the heart of our employees and their desire to impact the community and the environment.
Our next award goes to AMNS Calvert, one of the most advanced steel manufacturing facilities in the world. AMNS partnered with the Wildlife Habitat Council to focus on management of their additional 1,000 acres of timber and protected wetlands. This project received certification for their wildlife habitat and biodiversity improvement program.
Our sustainability goals include managing our habitat to the best of its ability. So we did that by managing the timberland, by managing the invasive species, and then by installing some habitat improvements such as the bat boxes, as well as an osprey platform, and installing a pollinator garden.
So our approach included engaging our young professionals that we are hiring right out of college, and we asked them if they were interested in volunteering to lead some of these projects, and certainly they were interested in the environment. It was a great opportunity because it gave them an opportunity not only to learn about the environment, but to also learn how to lead projects and communicate and build a budget and develop a schedule. So I think it was very successful from that standpoint. So some of the long-term benefits of the projects that we had was to take the property that we had, the undeveloped acreage that we have, and to make sure that we're managing it to the best of its ability from a habitat standpoint. So the Wildlife Habitat Council is a nonprofit organization that also certifies these projects. And so the benefits with partnering on the certification is to have our projects nationally recognized, also to be able to promote our sustainability initiatives to our stakeholders, such as our employees, our community, as well as our customers.
APM Terminals. Mobile is a deep-sea container terminal that serves as the gateway for intermodal containerized cargo to come in and out of the port of Mobile. In this project, APM Terminals is working to reduce their carbon footprint by targeting greenhouse gas emissions.
Our goal is to reduce our carbon footprint as much as possible. As our vehicle fleet has aged and it became time to start replacing some of them, we started looking at electric opportunities. And we found some great opportunities locally here in Mobile. So we have purchased 20 electric vehicles, Nissan Leafs. An electric vehicle produces 50% less CO2 than a gas burning vehicle. This is just our first step. So we've got a lot of vehicles out there, and as vehicles come up for replacement, we hope to be able to continue this. It's a 135-acre facility, and ships, they come and go at all times. So we have to work at night quite a bit. It takes a lot of lights to light up a 135-acre facility, especially when you're operating heavy machinery and all the safety challenges that can come with that. So what we have is 521 high-mast lights on our terminal. Of course, they're all sodium-based lights, 1,000-watt light bulbs, and we've replaced all 521 with LED lights, which has reduced our carbon emissions within those lights by about 50% in totality, which is a significant drop when we talk about how many pounds of CO2 that many lights can create in an hour. As we've expanded our terminal, we're putting things like electrical ducts and conduit in the ground with our eyes set on shifting more and more of our container fleet, not just talking about vehicles that we use to move people around from point A to point B, but I'm talking about heavy machinery that lifts containers, moves containers, and can lift 90,000 pounds, that have quite a bit of a carbon footprint. We will eventually be able to shift into different types of machinery that are electrically powered.
BASF creates chemistry for a sustainable future. The McIntosh site produces additives that go into key products like plastics, the automotive industry, and medical devices. For this project, employees built a pollinator garden to improve habitat and engage the community in pollinator conservation.
The pollinator garden project stems from a biodiversity research initiative that BASF launched called the Living Acres Program. And so essentially what that does is it allows us to understand how planting milkweed promotes a healthy monarch butterfly population. Yeah, so what's really unique about our garden is two things. Our McIntosh facility is the only facility in North America that has an outdoor classroom located at its plant. What that does for us is it allows us to continue to promote STEM education. It allows us to bring students to our site or organizations to the site, and it helps them to, or it gives them the opportunity to meet our employees, to learn about the chemistry that we produce, to learn what we do on a day-to-day basis. And then ultimately, as they're in the classroom, it helps them to connect what they're learning in the classroom to possibly how they can use those skills in a career path. Ultimately, for us, it's about teaching the local students about environmental stewardship. We did make a commitment to our site leadership that our employees would maintain the garden. And so there is a committee, if you will, of employees who also share passion for this particular project. And on a monthly or at least quarterly basis, they get together and they do pull the weeds. And literally right now in the fall, where we start to see pickup, if you will, of especially the butterflies that come through the area, it gets really exciting to see the foot traffic, if you will, or the wing traffic of the butterflies that come through.
Evonik is a world leader in specialty chemicals with more than 20 individual production units across their plant site in Mobile, Alabama. They have an ongoing program to reduce waste from their operation. In this project, the facility has eliminated 2 waste streams: wood pallets and AMEO salt disposal.
Under RCRA, the Resource Conservation and Recovery Act, which is in English the hazardous waste rules, you have to have a waste minimization program, meaning you're always looking for the best technology, the best disposal method for your waste streams. So we're always looking for something that has a value inside, so we can look for alternatives to landfilling or incineration, because those are complete wastes. After years of looking, after years of asking my vendors to, keep on the lookout for someone that could reuse pallets, finally, one of my contractors came to me and said, hey, there's a local program that does this on a large scale. So they actually take broken pallets, rebuild them, resell them, and any scrap wood that can't be made into pallets, they take the hardware out, they shred them, and it gets burned as fuel. We were actually approached by a couple of different companies that want our salt waste, because it's ammonium chloride, it's high in nitrogen content. So instead of putting all this waste salt into a landfill, we send it to them and it becomes an ingredient for fertilizer. Okay, the environmental impacts of what we're doing is easy to see, because so far this calendar year, we have recycled over 500,000 pounds of perfectly good wood that would have normally gone to a landfill. So instead of being wasted, it's back out on the market. And as for the salt, 400,000 pounds so far this year has been used as an ingredient for fertilizer instead of just simply going to and taking up space in a landfill. To landfill something is just a total waste of that material. Nothing's recovered from it whatsoever, and that's the point of the waste minimization program.
And our last award goes to Volkert, Inc., multidisciplinary engineering firm founded in Mobile, Alabama. In this project, they provided engineering design, environmental permitting, and construction oversight on a 2-phase project to restore a 700-foot section of Tiawasee Creek and stabilize an adjacent drainage ditch.
The major issue with Tiawasee Creek was that the channel had started to incise, and we typically refer to that as a head cut. It essentially means that it's rapidly eroding and moving upstream. The reason that's such a problem is it creates a lot of sediment that then gets into Doleave Bay and then ultimately into Mobile Bay, degrading water quality and causing problems with fish habitat and ecology. So our goal in that project was to stabilize that, to restore the creek back into a naturally functioning stream. To compound things, we also had issues with exposed sewer lines that potentially could have failed. And then the concern of property owners that they're losing parts of their yard, that their fences are falling over, that trees are falling. The real innovation came in ways of streamlining communication. That was one of the big components of the project, was finding a way to reach out to 15 or 20 property owners and engage them individually, but also as a group. I could get into the innovations that we used on the design side with really unique, fun softwares and doing 2D modeling to make sure that our shear stress was not exceeded in any one point in the floodplain. But at the heart of it, it really was just a matter of breaking it down on a one-on-one human level and engaging the property owners. The project has 2 primary immediate benefits. Because we've addressed the head cutting and the erosion, we're seeing a reduction of anywhere from 200 to 300 tons of sediment per year that is now no longer migrating downstream. That's huge. The other immediate benefit is a water quality benefit that's somewhat related to the lack of sediment flow, but we're also seeing significant reductions in turbidity. which means that the fish habitat's improved, the vegetative habitat. We're actually seeing aquatic plants showing back up in the creek, which prior to construction, there was no aquatic plants. We also see with stream restoration projects, reductions in nitrogen and phosphorus levels from upstream in the watershed. Those are some really great immediate benefits. We also see long-term, even further reductions in nitrogen and phosphorus, which cause pollutants and degradation of fish habitat. And for anyone that lives on the Eastern Shore, we really like our fish habitat and our shrimping habitat and our recreation.
The goal of our annual awards is to inspire more businesses to follow the example of these 7 leaders. These companies are choosing to be more environmentally conscious and responsible. Please join us in congratulating our 2020 award recipients for their environmental stewardship along our Gulf Coast.
Corporate responsibility starts with being a good environmental steward, especially in the industry that we're in. I've lived here for 10 years, and this is a small slice of heaven that we live in down here, and there's a lot to protect. You know, in the Mobile area is also, it's blessed with a great future. We see all the economic opportunities there. We see all the interest from new businesses, and I think that we're only going to continue to grow. And with that, the responsibilities that we all have as corporate citizens here, that responsibility gets even bigger. So we need to set the right example, and we need to make sure that we're protecting our environment.
What a great set of projects. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will have a link to this recorded meeting and to the video next week on the website. We regret we couldn't have a special 20th anniversary party and the in-person celebration of the winners. I truly appreciate all the winning companies' patience as we were forced to keep postponing. But it's not the party that's important, it's the projects and our members' commitment to continue to make a positive environmental impact every day for at least another 20 years. This concludes our annual meeting, and we are adjourned. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great afternoon.